You are looking live at the WBC Arena. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So it's Jai Opetaia, 6'2" tall, with a reach of 76 inches. And the man he'll be facing, Enzo the Big Mac Macarinelli, 190 pounds, 6'3" tall, with a reach just over 74 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Jai Opetaia from New South Wales, Australia, the IBF title holder in the cruiserweight division, one of the most feared southpaws in the world today. Enzo the Big Mac Macarinelli, an Italian that fights out of Swansea, United Kingdom.
It'll be ding-ding from birth, they're off.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Sydney, Australia, here is a ring and cruiserweight world champion, introducing Jai Opetaia. Fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Swansea in Wales, here is a cruiserweight world champion, the very popular Enzo Big Mac Macarinelli.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, it's one of my...
The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Again, downstairs. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Couldn't land that jab. No defense for that hook. A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Tried to score with a jab. You don't want to trade shots. This could be the end. And Opetaia goes down. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Yo, what up, Joe?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one.
that, Joe.
Let's see how the game's...
I lost that one. I got dropped.
Here we go for round two. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle. He's got to bluff them.
I got to loosen up.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Missing with the hook. Misses with the straight left.
Open up a little bit. Open up a little bit.
That jab misses.
Open up a little bit. Open up a little bit.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots.
He's looking good this one. Looking good this one.
That jab had to hurt. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, and the Big Mac is down.
Sit down, boy.
He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Sit down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Big bumps. Very big bumps. Big bumps.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Open up a little bit. Can you open up a little bit?
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Oh, and he caught him with a left hook.
I took a chance. I took a chance.
No rest for the weary.
I need to start going to that box.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Macronelli in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to... The bell rings and we start the third. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better.
We're trying to force a punch out of it.
1 punch can change anything when these two step in the ring.
That's what we want. We want him swinging and missing. That's what we want.
They got out of the way of that right hook.
We're giving him an angle.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's a counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. A straight right just misses. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Good box.
Well, we know they got the advantage so far, but how does the... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh, good box. Good box.
You'd like to see more jabs.
Good box.
Nice counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two.
Good boxing, Turkey.
Catch and shoot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Misses with the jab. These punches coming from every angle. Very competitive round here so far.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That jab misses. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious.
We won.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there is no doubt about who won that round. On to the 5th we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Missing with that jab. Which fighter will say no mas? How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Lucky that hook didn't score. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one's dare do anything out of turn.
Nice hand movement, bro. Nice hand movement.
Blocks that left hook.
That's a war for Tristan right here.
And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare, and Opataya is down. Oh my goodness.
He
I
got
want
the
to see
dog.
that one more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
He got 2 knockouts.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe-for-toe, or do they play defense here?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Only catching air with that hook. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Macronelli. And Enzo wilts down to the canvas. It's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2,
He might not be getting back up either. He might not be getting back up.
7, 8, 9,
He might not be getting back up. That was a crazy knockdown.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power.
So, he might not be getting back up.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an almond. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You think that it's autumn? Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stat boy so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal, so anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. No flicker bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team, and I'll send man airborne like fly beat. Come like this as some sci-fi scene when I lace this magic on these type of beats. I don't want to hear no talk from a dweeb if you don't respect me, if you don't pay my fees. If you don't respect me, then please better back out the way of this heat. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an almond. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an almond. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, step to the place where my G's are with all nine and I'm on a mad one. I don't want no attention from that girl, she ain't a bad one. Man try tell me the 3-5 come too stinky, it's Cali that packs from. And if I go broke, N95's a nightclub slapped on.
Let's be seen on the bridge. Let's be a bold.
I don't care about the past, that bad in the present and you can get wrapped on. I don't deal with pests, man got no fertilizer for them. Go on then, run up your mouth yet again, Joe get sent all the way up like Rem. Nah, that ain't the flex, no. I got cheers on my feet, they're retro. They can act like they got bars. I got bars in my name like Esco, and I'll slap them off like Crespo. Go dish out the news like Metro, and it's punks know that I don't tech joke. In person, they reject smoke. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like Pounds just told them. The squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an almond. Still might have to get a brother like Foreman.
Ready, right? Butter beans not ready. We're gonna beat up on butter beans.
Smooth criminal like Pounds just
We're
told
gonna beat
them.
up on
The squad
butter
get
beans.
scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an almond.
I'm Todd Grisham, and every fighter wants to say at least once they fought at Brooklyn Hall. And here we are. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Shannon Briggs, 6'4" tall with a reach of...
We about to punish, bro.
Here's the... All the talk. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Miss with that jab. Missing with the hook. The straight right just misses. It is standing room only. Every seat has been sold in this amazing theater.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
Right hook is finding its target. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
To put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
Oh, man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hook misses. These two fighters are made for one another.
Boxing butter being here, though.
It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
There's a lot of weight there to give away, and if you're giving away that weight, you've got to use it to the maximum because you've got to be smart. Every shot hurts. It's not about skill, it's more about power.
Give him a little movement. Spin out of there.
You'd like to see more jabs.
Not hard enough.
The straight right just misses. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want that heavy fist.
We want him throwing punches and missing.
Do you believe this?
Out of the way. Be out of the way.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, the big fella stumped! What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
There's the bell for round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nope, that hook won't score. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Get over.
A perfect counter lands. Do you believe what we're seeing?
Keep on short hooks. Good.
These punches coming from every angle.
That's what we want. Okay. That's what we want. And that's what we want you to do.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That's what we
You've
want
got
you
two
to do.
fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
His stamina is off the charts.
He's wonders, though.
He won't give us a second to catch our breath.
Just keep placing shots, getting through.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Stay out the way.
Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
His energy. We about to start chipping on him.
On to the 5th we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Into the bullshit, man. We trying to fall into the bullshit, man.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
That's the game plan. That's the game plan.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That's the game plan. Make fat boy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch.
Now he's starting to touch him. Now he's starting to touch him.
Step back for just a moment.
Now he's starting to touch him. Now he's finding our rhythm.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do?
They really got Briggs
down,
though. Like Briggs spot.
Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
It's not bad to use against lesser competition. You got a solid jab. Look.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Yeah, he just stole it from him. He stole it from him. He stole it.
As bad as boxing. On to the 6th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He's swinging for the punch.
Bombs away! This is a high-octane battle.
That's what we're doing. We can't punch for him, but that's one thing we can't do. Get out of there, kid. Yeah, because Butterbean can't punch.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Get body shot. Get body shot.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster.
That's how you keep him on the end of the bed.
No rest for the weary. He threw a punch and just got countered. One moment changes everything, especially in this division.
That's how you touch him up. I mean, look at us keeping
this round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the...
There's the bell to start round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Yeah, that's right. We want all that out.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters.
Yeah. Because you know he's going to come back with something. Hey,
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters.
That's what we need you to do. We need you to get off, throw punches.
Oh no, Butterbean! He's in trouble! Look out! It's not the Hindenburg! It's Butterbean who's down! And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
That's what I needed him to do. I needed him to open up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So he's good. Butterbean good. He's good. I don't know he's good. Straight fly.
Not many people would have predicted it.
Straight fly. Straight fly. I was 50% on the puncher. Good. Easy weight would be on 12 or 24. That was 24. Bullied him. Bullied that man. Bullied that man. Briggs trying to get bullied. Briggs trying to get bullied.